Hello, everyone. How are you today? I am with a bit of a flu. I'm sorry about this because I'm not doing well today. Okay, let me just remove the sound. Now I know that you can listen to me because I just saw it on the Facebook group here. Perfect. As always, I am in a different platform called OBS. It's a free platform for streaming that you can use. We have someone, Vislina. Hello, how are you? Sakya, how are you? Welcome to the class today. Can you hear me well? Can you see me well? Let me know in the comments or let me know in here in the chat, so I know that everything is good, that everything is great. And I'm sorry about my voice. Like I said, I'm a little bit under the weather with some flu that I caught from doing something fun, so it's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind. Let's see who's going to join us. I'm sorry if I'm going to be sneezing. I'm about to sneeze. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry about that. Oh, God. Sorry about that. But I had to be with you guys here today. It's our last class for the time management free course. I cannot believe it's been a month already. I cannot believe that we have just finished this course. This is the last one. What a good ride we had. I think especially of value for you guys. A big learning experience for me, I have to say. Let me just tag here some people to see if they show up, or if not, they know where to find the class. So yeah, it's been a learning experience. It's been a good ride of this month. Um, like I said, I hope this has been a useful experience for you, that you can take away good things from this. And like I said at the beginning, the only thing that I want from you is, first of all, your feedback. Second, your commitment to do what I'm teaching you, and of course, to invite more friends to the group. My idea originally was to leave this group open for anyone to join in the future. However, there has been some changes, and the group is going to be available only for the people who enrolled this month. So you are the lucky ones that are going to be in the group and having access to all the replies. After that, the group will pass to be hidden and not accepting new members, because I need to move on to a different project next month. In the coaching group, we will be working on the teaching part. We already in January work on the goal setting. February was everything about time management with this free course for all of you. And the month of March, we'll have a very special class. It's going to be one big class. It's not going to be a whole month of activities. It's going to be one big master class on teaching and organizing your workshops and I mean your classes, your courses. And it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. I love teaching. I've been a teacher for over 20 years. That's what I love to do. So it's very important for me to share this information. And I know some of you would like to start teaching either face to face or online, would like to know how to organize your workshop, how to organize your curriculum, the hours of teaching, pricing of teaching. So we're going to be covering all of that in a very special masterclass that I have for you next month. But you will get more information about that. And like I said, this group will be open until the 28th. That's the last day of the month of February. After that, it will be closed. So only you who are here now will have access to all of the replies and the information for time management. Okay, guys, now I have talked too much. Let's see. I don't think that we have anybody here right now with us, but it's okay. I'm gonna move on and I'm going to start teaching my class today. So, oh, let me just put here the camera, good, so you can see me as well. So, time management class 4. What is the idea with this fourth class? This fourth class is a little bit reviewing of what we have seen in the whole course, especially with our goal settings. And because we need our goal settings are going to be, or what we learn from the goal settings, let me just look for my notes. What we learn from the goal settings is going to be our to-do. That is what we are going to do and what we are going to organize in our agendas and our timelines. And some tips and tricks on how to put all of this into practice. So let's just, let me just get here. Let's just get to the free course overview. This is class 4, not class 3. Sorry, I didn't change the number there. So goals. We already set realistic goals. So now we're going to set a timeline in order to achieve those goals. We're going to create a daily to-do list and learn how to prioritize tasks. I'm going to talk to you about time blocking, how I do it, and of course refresh the Pomodoro technique on dedicating one certain amount of minutes to an activity. And your homework or your call to action today will be build your own system. Here we go. The first thing we need to organize, or the first thing we need to know in order to organize our time, is what we are going to do with the time. We already revisit the true concept of time management is not about how many activities I can do in an hour, is how much time we can dedicate to a certain activity. But now we figured out what activities are those. That's why I ask you to run your goal list and to pass that list of goals through the SMART filter. We talk about this if they are a specific, achievable, measurable, timely, all of these things, so you can know exactly what goals are actually doable and that you can spend your time on those. So write down your main goals after you went through the SMART process and after you decided, okay, this is what I'm going to work on. You write down those specific goals that you know you can work on, and you're going to divide it into milestones, and you're going to give a date to each milestone. It's like steps to follow in order to complete that goal. And you're going to work backwards until today. We're going to have an example in a second, so it will make sense. Don't worry about it. We have somebody else here. TC, hello, and Ellen Marie, hello, how are you? Welcome to the class today. If you have any questions, any doubts, just leave it in the comments. So determine the stepping stones you need to reach along the way. That is the milestone, the steps that you need to climb in order to get to that goal. So breaking the goals into achievable tasks. Always achievable. We don't want to overwork it. We don't want to go daydreaming. We want to be as realistic as we can in order to keep this true and, of course, in order to achieve what we have. Create a timeline for each task and stick to it. It's very important that for each goal you create a timeline, and you can have it in your notebook in separate pages, and then when you're going to put all of that into your agenda, you can overlap whatever it is that you have, and actually you can see a whole picture of the different tasks or the different goals that you have. And of course, the key word in all of this is to prioritize. We're going to learn also how to do that. So let's go back for a while. Goals, we already have your goals. You pass them through the SMART filter. You now divide them into milestone or steps in order to, my nose. In order to know what to do and how to achieve that goal. And then you're going to create a timeline for those goals, knowing how to prioritize each one of the tasks. So I'm going to give you an example, okay? Let's say your main goal is to participate in a cake collaboration. The information you need to know is what is the date of submission. Let's say the submission date for this cake collaboration is the 1st of December of this year. So I'm going to work backwards from that date, and I know that if the deadline is the submission is for the 1st of December, I'm going to have my project done, because this is what I like to do, a month prior. So that will be the 1st of November. Because if something goes wrong and I need to redo, or something comes along the way and takes time away from working on this project, I still have a whole month to work on, instead of asking for more time at the end. For the organization, I can work backwards and say, okay, I will have this extra month for any eventuality that might come. If my project will be done in the 1st of November, and by the project that I choose, I know it will take me around a month to do it, then I will start the project. That's where project starts, in the 1st of October, right? So I will have the whole month of October till November to finish the project. That means that if I go backwards, I will need to have all the materials necessary to create that project by the 15th of September, 15 days prior. I know that I have all my materials and all the things, and I don't need to go and look for that. That means that I need to have the inspiration before that, because I know I need to know what I'm going to do and what materials I'm going to use. So I'm going to set a top date to have my inspiration. That will be the 1st of September. And that way, working backwards, what I realize is that I'm actually going to start working on that collaboration by the 1st of September. And we are right now in February, which means I'm not going to think about that until the 1st of September. So that's one thing that I'm taking away from my head. I'm not thinking about that collaboration specifically, because I know with that I have enough time to work, and I don't have to work right away. And my attention can go to the projects that are necessary to be tackled right now. Other interactions that you might think about, other things you might think of in order when you are organizing your time, is groups interactions. There are some groups that ask you to be active in the group at least once a week, so you can plan that. Post in the group if they ask you for their profile picture, for your profile picture. If they ask you for your inspiration, you have to set the dates that you need to have that done. Admin information, if you need to know exactly all the rules and all the specifics of the framework. What is it that you're going to send? What is the email? You can also plan, by this date I will need all the admin information. What is the email that I'm going to be sending my project? What is it that I need? What kind of picture should I take? I didn't put there anything related to the pictures, but you should plan for that as well, so you will have time to take good pictures and edit the pictures if necessary. So this is how you work any project. You have the final date, and then you work backwards. So first, of course, you have to break them into categories, into milestones. My milestones are the finish of the project, the starting of the project, the buying of the materials, the inspiration, and other things. So you break that goal into these milestones, and you put dates to those milestones. And that's what's going to go into your agenda. Usually what I do is I put this in my monthly planner. I have a monthly planner. If you don't have to buy this. This is, if you're living in Europe and you know Flying Tiger, the store, this is very cheap. This is like, I don't know, €2. And it's a monthly planner. It has the whole month. You just write down the dates of the month. And what I do here is I write down all of these milestones. Not what I'm going to do every day, just milestones. So my monthly planner is for this. It's for the overall planning of my projects. Okay, good. Good. Let's see if we have somebody here. Ellen says, hi, sweetie. How are you? And Gloria is here as well. How are you guys? If you have any questions so far, let me know. Okay. Now, work on the most important things first. We have our milestones, we have our steps, we have our goal, we know what we're going to do. But now, when we come to the everyday basics and to what we're going to write in our agenda, we tend to create big lists with a lot of things to do, with a lot of detail, and that list will only make you overwhelmed and feeling that you cannot, you're never going to do enough. It's always going to be something that you're dragging from your work. So prioritizing and having a very specific to-do list is very important. So your to-do list should be or must be short and movable. What do I mean with short and movable? I mean not too many tasks to achieve in one day, because if you feel that the tasks are too many, you're going to feel overwhelmed. And movable means that if you don't finish, let's say you set to 5 different activities in one day, maybe the last 2 you can move them to the next day. That's what I mean by movable. 1 or 2 of those activities can be moved around the week if you need to. If you didn't finish them, you know that you can move them around. And you're going to organize the following way. First, everything that is important, and urgent. Second, the things that are urgent but not important. Then, the things that are important but not urgent. And then, the things that are not important and not urgent are going to go away from your list. And I'm going to show you where this comes from. This is the priority matrix. I didn't invented this. This is given to a lot of corporations and working environments, so people will know how to organize their day. What happens is, in one side you have the importance, and the other side you have, in the bottom you have the urgency. How important is the task? So you have these 4 squares. The high ones is high importance, and you have high urgency or low urgency. Then underneath you have low importance with high or low urgency as well. So you're going to organize your task like this by asking yourself, how important is the task? High importance or low importance for that day, to be done that day? And then you write it down in the whatever box you think it is. Now, that important task, is it really urgent or not that urgent? Okay, it's not that urgent, and I will write it in the orange one, for example. So let's say I have an activity that is highly important, but not urgent. Okay, so that's not going to be my first activity. That's going to be my second activity. The first activity is always going to be the one that is highly important and highly urgent. Urgency comes from the time that you have to have it done. And importance is how important it is, of course, for you, for your business, for your goals, for everything that you're doing. So first is going to be high importance, high urgency. Second task is going to be high importance but low urgency. Then you have in the third place, those movable ones can be low importance and high urgency. Okay, it's not so important, but it's urgent. I need to have it done by a certain day, right? So you can either do it later, do it at the end of the day, do it the next day, or even delegate if necessary. And the ones that you're not going to do, the ones that are not important and not urgent, forget about those. I mean, just forget it. If it's not important in your life, and if it's not urgent because you don't have time, a time frame to do it, set it aside. Whenever you're on vacation, you read that book. Not today, okay? So that is the priority matrix. I'm going to be sharing all of this here with you in the group. Second, once you have your tasks already organized and prioritized with this chart that we have here, now we're going to decide that we have to be fully engaged in our activities. How is that? You can either use the Pomodoro technique, where you set, we already talked about that in the previous class, where you set a certain amount of time to dedicate to a certain activity without moving, without distractions, without anything. Just do it for a certain amount of time and then rest. Or you can use time blocking. I'm going to show you or the mixture of both. I actually use the mix of both. Make regular and meaningful progress to boost your productivity. When you feel that you're doing it, that you have a progress on whatever it is that you're doing, you feel productive. You are in a positive mindset and things go well. So my time management system, the one that I create a system that is easy to follow and that works for me. So the key for your system, and that's going to be your homework today, you have to create your own system, is that it has to be first easy to follow. If it's too complicated, I'm sorry, my nose is not letting me. If it's too complicated, you're not going to follow through. Give me a second. And if it has to be easy to follow and it has to work for you. There's not, I mean, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing like, oh no, this is wrong, you don't do that. No, whatever works for you, it's going to be good, because you need to be consistent, and we already talked about that as well. Time blocking. This is an example of what I do for my time blocking. The idea with time blocking is that it gives me a visual of how my week or how my day is, and truly how much time I have to introduce new activities during the week. So what I do with time blocking is I write down the activities that I know are fixed, that I'm always going to do every single day of the week. That way I know what other time I have left to work on a collaboration, to create a new project, to go out with a friend if I want to go have a coffee, to pick up my daughter, to whatever it is that I need to do during that week. So the activities that are not movable for me is in the morning I take my dog for a walk. Then I have an hour where I either exercise, have my breakfast, and get ready for the day. Usually I have a half an hour walk in the morning, and then I get ready, have my breakfast, and I'm ready to work in my day. Now, I know I have 3 fixed class during the week. Mondays and Fridays from 9 to 10:30, and Wednesday from 9 to 10. Those classes are fixed. I know that I cannot miss that, so that time is blocked for that. Then I like to block on Mondays, especially those hours, those 2 hours for social media posting. So we're going to be talking about that in another course, that is social media planning. So I plan weekly and I organize all my posts for the rest of the week, so I don't have to think about that. Office work, checking emails, writing down things, paying bills, whatever it is that you need to do, and organize my agenda, organize my planners, organize my desk, clean it up a little bit if I need to. Then I have that time, that half an hour that I know I'm going to take for my lunch. I work at home, so I usually have my lunch ready. It's just very quick. It's a very quick lunch, and then I keep working, right? So it is different each day depending on when my classes start. Then I have the afternoon classes, or the middle of the day classes. They are blocked also. I know those days I have classes and I cannot move them. And then I have the coachings with you guys at 3 o'clock, Monday and Tuesday in the private groups. We have the coaching calls. And Thursdays and Fridays, I have the time management classes with you. This is for this month, of course. With you here and with the group in Spanish. So I have that hour block. You see all the green in there in the bottom, all this green here. This is what I like to use for projects. In the afternoons, in the morning, my mind is more organized and I have more energy. So I like to do, if I have to create a presentation or like this one, or think, the creative work of classes, business, I don't know, organizing my business stuff and all of that. I like to do it in the morning, and I will probably do it in these 3 spaces that I have here on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday. The green one are the ones that I like to use for my creative time, but hand creation time. So if I have a cake that I need to work on, or if I have I don't know, modeling piece for a collaboration, I will probably do it in the afternoon. This schedule goes till 5:30, but I usually work until 7, more or less. So I will have more time. But that is the time, the green time. And Saturdays in the afternoon, because my kid is in scouts and my husband is doing his thing, my daughter is doing his thing, so I know I will have Saturdays afternoon free for me. I leave Saturday mornings and Sundays off because that's my family time. That's when we go out, that's when we do other things. So I don't plan for that. With this time blocking, I know what time I already have taken from the week and what time I have free to add more activities. So I do this usually once a month or once a month for each of the weeks, because that is usually the schedule will take about a month. It won't change in a month, but I do it weekly, so I will know exactly. Imagine I have a doctor's appointment, so I will block the time right here. Oops, sorry. I will block the time right here if I have a doctor's appointment, so I know I cannot do anything in there. If I have, I don't know, to go buy materials for a cake, then I know I can go in any other of these days. So depending on whatever I have to do, I know what time I have for the movable activities, okay? Good, so this is the time blocking. And what I do is, of course, the classes have a specific time. It's not like I'm gonna do the Pomodoro technique with the classes or with the coaching, but I can do the Pomodoro technique with the social media, the office work, the organization, and the projects. With that, I know that I'm gonna dedicate, imagine I start at 4:30. Okay, if I start at 4:30 until 5, I'm going to do the whole half an hour, then I rest 5 minutes, and then I start 5:05, and then I will go and rest 5 more minutes, and I can do the Pomodoro technique at that time. Who else is here? Marina, hello, how are you? Welcome, and thank you for being here. Ellen says, I'll have to catch up later. My kids are okay, that's good, Ellen. Just make sure they stop arguing and then you catch up later. Don't worry about it. Remember, this is going to be here for all of you to watch later. Okay, so this is my system, my time management system. It works for me. In the private group, we will go further with 2 more classes, and in those 2 more classes, I will do a live demo of how I manage all of my system and how I write everything down. My system, my time management system, has to get everything out of my head. I need to get everything out of my head, so I usually keep a notepad where I just write down everything so I'm not overwhelmed with thinking. Every time I think of something, every time I'm like, oh, I remember I have to do this, I write it down, and then I place it on my calendar. Prioritize by time, importance, and deadline. You saw the chart before. Set amount of tasks that I can manage. I don't do many a day because I know I won't be able to do. You saw my schedule. I'm usually teaching or doing coaching, so I cannot do a lot of things. So usually around that, I add 1 more activity a day. Like right now, I'm finishing this and I'm going to do a tutorial that I'm photographing a tutorial for a magazine, and that's the only thing I'm doing today. Time blocking, you saw it. Set time instead of finishing an activity. We talked about that in the previous class. I rather set an amount of time to work in a single thing than I'm just going to work until I finish because I have too many things at the same time. Adjust. It's very important to be flexible and know when to adjust. Don't feel bad about yourself. Don't feel frustrated if you do not, if things don't go as planned. You just adjust and get things done. That's it. And get things done for the day. That's all. Make sure you cross off those lists and those activities so you will feel that you have done something. Okay, and this was our last class for time management, and now it's coming your homework, your call to action. So what is it that you're going to do next? You have to create your own system that works with everything that we've been talking about. Your homework is create a system that works for you. You can do it in a notebook, just like, a notebook just like this one. You can do it in a planner or an agenda like the ones that I showed you. I have an agenda also. I have an agenda, I have my planner, or you can do it on an Excel sheet like the one that I showed you before. That is actually from the free features of Google Docs and Google Sheets. So you can find that there, very easy to use. In the private group, like I said before, if you still want to join us in the private coaching group, I'm going to show you how to do it in each one of these. If you do not feel like joining the group right now, remember that you can apply all of this knowledge to a simple notebook and have your life organized. So that will be your homework. And I hope you do it because I won't see you again. This is the last class. Now, do you want to go further with your time management? I want to invite you to join my coaching group in English. I have two, one in English, one in Spanish. We're going to have 2 more extra classes next month about time management, including building your time management system. And I'm going to be sharing with you PDF and downloads of time management planners and documents that I use for my time management to create a system that is easy to follow and works for you. Now, I have a special thing. Let's see, I have somebody here. Debbie's here. Hello, Debbie. How are you? Thank you for watching. I have a giveaway today. I told you I had a special thing for you today. I don't want to leave you with nothing, so even though the invitation for the coaching group is open, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and you have to answer the following question. What is the biggest takeaway of each of the classes of the month? We have 4 classes, and I posted already 3 giveaways. I'm going to be posting 3 takeaways. I'm going to be posting the 4th takeaway today. So I want to ask you, my nose, to write in the comments, share in the comments of this live class, not on the other posts. I'm just going to take into consideration the ones in this post. And if you're watching this in a reply, you will have until the 28th of February to do it. Write down here in this, in the comments of this live class, what were the biggest takeaways of each of the classes from day 1 until today. You're going to share in the comments and you can win. We're going to have 2 winners. You can win either a private coaching session with me or 1 spot in the private coaching group for 2 different winners. So we're going to have 2 winners of the group, but you have to have all the takeaways correctly and you have to comment in this post here, right here, underneath, in this class. And with this, I will finish today's classes. Of course, inviting you all for the VIP experience or the coaching group, the private coaching group, where we will have live coaching sessions every week. We already did during this week, this month, 2 extra classes that we're going to have live with the, like I told you, with the building of the system for planning. I will be sharing PDFs and downloads, and all the private classes that we already had and the features that we already have included in this group for an investment of only 20 euros a year. You pay once, 20 euros is a symbolic investment just for you to be invested in working on and committed to the work in the coaching group. We're having great results in the coaching group. One of my students from the Spanish coaching group was very happy the other day because she had extra time on the weekend and she didn't know what to do with it. So she took her kid for ice cream and she went to the nail salon. And her kid actually tells her that she's more relaxed. What are you doing, Mom? You're more relaxed. So it works. I'm telling you, it works. I really hope to see you in the private coaching group. And with this, my sweet friends, we are finishing today's class. It's the last class of the time management, class. I know the live sessions have been hard for you to follow live because you have things to do, but you know that they're all here. First of all, I am here. If you have any questions and any doubts, just leave me a comment in here and I will gladly help you. And also, all of the sessions are recorded here so you can watch it. For the ones that just joined now, the announcement at the beginning was that this group will be closed at the end. It will be hidden at the end of the month. So only you, the ones that are here right now, will have access to all of the classes. and all of the activities in the group. There's not going to be any new members, and I'm going to move on to a new project. And next month's project is a master class on teaching, organizing your workshop, pricing your teaching hours, organizing your curriculum, all of that. So we're going to be working on that. And with this, my friends, oh, I'm sorry. I have a flu. I'm sorry. With this, my friends, I will leave you for today. Let me know if you have any comments. You're welcome, Debbie. You're very welcome, and I'm very happy that you have been with us since day one. I hope that you put in practice all of the things that we learned here, and participate in the giveaway for a place in the private coaching group or a private coaching session with me. Yay! Love the coaching session with my friends. They're fun. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. If there is no more comments and no more, if there are no more comments and no more, not any question, Marina, you're very welcome, sweetie. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here. I will leave you as I always leave you, my sweet friends. Stay safe, stay creative, stay attentive, because next month is the anniversary month of Cake Friends Stay Creative, and we're gonna have a cake collaboration, and we're going to have live demos. It's gonna be really fun. 3 years, can you believe it? 3 years already. 3 4 3 23 years. 3 years actually. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you again soon, and really hope that you do the work and this has been of help for you. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you next month. I'm gonna miss these classes, but I'm always in the private coaching group, so join us that we have fun over there. Thank you so much, guys. A big kiss, and stay safe and stay creative as always. Bye bye.